We are living in one of the most fearful and uncertain moments in modern history. You feel it when you wake up in the morning and again remember that nearly everything in your life is different than it was a very short time ago. You see it in the faces of the people that you pass, faces now marked with lines of dread and anxiety and sadness and loneliness. You hear it in the sharp tones and angry exchanges between people who are now pushed to the brink, and you taste it in the air that you breathe through the mask that you now wear. Life has changed, in some ways, forever. And scattered amongst your sleeping nightmares and your waking worries are confused thoughts about where to turn to find hope and assurance and peace. Look upward. You are a part of something so vast, so incredible, so timeless and eternal. Something that connects every human being who has ever lived or ever will live. You are not a mistake. You are not an accident. You are not a random occurrence. You were thoughtfully and wonderfully created on purpose. And your arrival was perfectly coordinated to bring you here for such a time and place as this, because you have something for the world now that nobody else who has ever lived or ever will live could provide. You are, right now, a gift to the world that we desperately need. Look upward, but also look inward. You have within you everything you need to make your next moment, our next moment, the world's next moment different and better than the moment that we are in right now. There has never been another human being designed as you are designed. You possess a combination of gifts and talents and tendencies and perspectives and abilities that no other human being has ever possessed. You view and understand the world around you in ways that no other human being ever has. You have questions that need to be asked that others don't have the courage to ask. And you have answers and solutions that no one else has ever considered. You've experienced things that many of us have experienced, but no other human has experienced in the ways that you have. And because of this, you understand our pain and our fear and our worry and our deep wounds and scars. But you can help us understand them and heal from them in ways that we've never been taught. Your heart beats in rhythm with the world like no other heart ever has. You are, right now, a gift to the world that we desperately need. Look inward, but also look outward. You are connected to us in ways that you cannot fathom. Everything you think, everything you say, and everything you do eventually touches humanity, just as a ripple caused by a stone tossed into the water from one shore eventually reaches every shore. Every thought you have leads to a decision. Every decision you make leads you to an action. And every action you take creates consequences, and those consequences are the ripples racing across the surface of our existence. You have the power to decide. Will those consequences bring beauty and peace and healing and the creation of moments far better than the moment that we are now living? Or will those consequences bring ugliness and fear and wounds and the creation of moments even more frightening than the moment we are now living? everything you see. The world as you know it today is the product of consequences resulting from actions that were born out of decisions that began with the thoughts of someone, somewhere, at some point in our human story. And you can be, right now, a gift to the world that we desperately need. In those anxious early morning moments, find your peace by looking upward to remember that you are an intentional part of a grand, beautiful design. Inward to remember that you are thoughtfully and wonderfully and beautifully made. And outward to see the beauty and the healing that you can bring to the world that nobody else can. And when you begin to remember who you are and why you are here, you will come alive like never before. And life for you will no longer feel impossible, but will become the exhilarating adventure that it was meant